Testing. Welcome everybody. I didn't realize that my mic was live and hot. Hopefully I didn't say anything that was disturbing. Well, welcome everybody to talk about effective list building, unleashing a mountain of profit for years to come. And one of the reasons why we like to talk about list building on this show is that the product and the service that we highly recommend is the Power Lead System. And if you're new here today, you'll see in the top right-hand side button that says, see how it works. You might need to, depending on the size of your monitor, you may need to scroll up a little bit to see that link. There's also a banner that says, click here to get started, free lead generation system. If you click on one of those links now, you can go to it later, but if a video starts, just pause that video and come right back into this room. Things that I want to talk about that are new, that are going to be happening, and I'm going to be talking about that after this presentation. Now, this presentation is a little lengthy, and I apologize for that, and we might stop the presentation halfway through. I want to talk about some new things that are coming along, and the word expectations comes to mind, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit too. Effective list building, there is actually a blueprint, and this is what we're going to show you. This is a two-part PowerPoint presentation that I've used several times, and I haven't used it in a little while. So if I'm a little rusty, I apologize for that. But I think that you'll get an idea of how important list building is. And before we get started, one of the reasons that I like to talk about list building is I used to love the show Apprentice, and I have not seen it very much recently. But on the show Apprentice, the world famous Donald Trump basically hired people as in this reality show to basically raise as much money and be as effective as they possibly can to potential job working for Donald Trump at the end of the whole show, and he'd weed down the people. And one of the biggest parts of the show was to raise as much money as possible. Well, there's a guy from CNN that does the show on CNN that took I can't remember his name. He's the British guy, but in any case, he won one year because it was a celebrity. It was one of the celebrity apprentices, and the reason why he won that show that year was because what he called a Rolodex, and he had the biggest Rolodex on campus. And if you have the biggest Rolodex on campus, it's basically the same thing that we have these days called list building, and building a list and putting your list on the Power Lead system and utilizing that list and making it more and more responsive. And the only reason why he won the contest was because he had the biggest list and the biggest Rolodex. And what he did is when it became time during the show, they were asked to raise money for different charities. And he would take out his Rolodex and he would start dialing for dollars. He never went through his full Rolodex of names of people that he knows on that show. He just started with A and went all to Z, but he never even got to Z, while other people on the show got to their end of their list on day one. The bigger your list, the more money you're going to make. The bigger your list and the more responsive that list is, you're going to win the game. So with that in mind, and you think of the Power Lead system that we're always talking about here, and again, if you're new today, click the link above and you'll be able to take a look at the Power Lead system. Sometimes, and we do apologize, if you do click the link, sometimes it doesn't open a new window. It takes you away from this room. If that happens, come back in, all right? And I thank you for that. And by the way, if there is a problem with my sound and you know my Skype, if I need to speak up louder and there's any issues that you've come across, contact me on Skype and I will certainly take a look at your Skype message to see if there's a problem. So what this training covers, we're going to be covering solo ads. We're going to be covering ad swaps, click banking, free WSOs, PPV, CPV list building, bartering for leads, creating your own affiliate program. Yes, you can do that. Everybody in this room can do that. Exit pop-ups. We've talked about that before in the past, the importance of exit pop-ups. Reverse opt-in forms. Buying ad space direct from webmasters. Nested squeeze pages on your blog sites. Telefriend scripts. I'm a huge fan of Telefriend scripts. In fact, I own my own Telefriend script service called the Viral Opt-in System. So I'm a huge fan of the Telefriend script. Integrated cross promotions. Viral PDF reports. I'm also a huge fan of the viral PDF reports, and we're going to be talking about that too, because we've got certain things coming forward with viral PDFs in this room. Affiliate list cross promotions. So, what is the effective list building blueprint? If I was to tell you one thing only about internet marketing, I would tell you the following: build a list. And I would actually add another word in here that I didn't add yet. Build a responsive list. And the reason is simple. It's a lot harder to get a new customer than it is to sell to an existing one. It's just a plain fact. As my texting system, my business texting system grows, and we've got a couple different restaurants on board, they're building their list, and we're teaching them how to build their list, and they're getting their customers to come back because they've already gone once before. It's always easier to sell to your existing customers than to find a new one. It's just a fact. The power of list building lies in the ability you have as a marketer to contact your leads over and over again to build a relationship. Build that responsive list. That's building the relationship. Special offers to them, turning them into buyers. And one thing that we had when I was a real estate agent, we would say buyers are liars, because that's just the way it was. But in this case, we don't want your buyers to be liars. We want your buyers to be responsive to your emails every time you send one out. Revenue starting, growing, and maintaining an email list of targeted subscribers is one of the most profitable things you can do to build a successful business online. Not every prospect will become a subscriber, and not every subscriber will turn into a loyal customer. But you'll find you're much more successful selling to your list than you are to a group of relative strangers. One of the most powerful and simple ways to give is to give away a free offer exchange for a visitor's email name via a squeeze page. The Power Lead system provides several different types of fantastic squeeze pages and entices the customer to register with their name and email address so that they can get one of the free gifts that you have to offer. That is the internet is fairly new in this world, but that concept of giving something away for free in exchange for a name or an address has been going on for years and years and years. How many people have gone to a mall and there's been a new bright char at the mall, and they ask for your name and email address to enter into a contest to potentially win that, or a contest to win something similar to that, right? They're getting your name and email address. It's just a different way of doing it, and it's very successful. Large lists are not the most profitable ones. Small lists can be very profitable too, and that's the word responsive that you'll notice that I mentioned as many times as I possibly can. Make your list responsive, and the best way to make your list responsive is to keep in touch with them as frequently as possible. One of my biggest fears was growing my and sending out an email to my list and having them unsubscribe. So what did I do when I first started in this business? I was afraid to email them. I would grow my list, but I didn't email them because I was afraid they would unsubscribe. Those are the people that you don't want on your list anyway. So don't be afraid. If fear that they might unsubscribe, don't be afraid of that. That's a good thing. You're weeding them out, right? That's exactly what the PLS system does, right? Power Lead system. It's a funneling system. It weeds out the people that you don't really want on your list anyway. The success of your list comes down to proper list management. One of the biggest benefits that the Power Lead system has is that when you're promoting the Power Lead system or your own product on other websites and you're using the Power Lead system squeeze pages, it will segment where that person came from. So if you're using exchanges to promote your product and somebody clicks on it and then they sign up, you're going to know that that transaction or that customer came from a traffic exchange, and it's going to be put into the category of a traffic exchange where the customer came from. So it's going to create a new list. So you've got one list and you break down into different segments. Your list will become one of your most valuable assets. You are investing in your future every single day you build your list. One of the first things you need to do is to know is that business and making sales depends on fresh lead flow. You need constant leads coming in. It's not an easy thing, but this is part of your business, is to get constant leads coming in to your business, whether it's consistently 1 a day, 100 a day, whatever that magic number is for you. You need to be consistent, just like brushing your teeth, and hopefully everybody in here does that. When you wake up, you brush your teeth. You get your coffee. Whatever you do consistently every single morning, add this into your repertoire. I love that word. Public and private JV giveaways. I'm not sure how many people in this room have done that before, but they are very powerful. JV giveaways haven't changed much as far as public JV giveaways. Go to newjvgiveaways.com. I'm not sure if that's still an active website, but it probably is, newjvgiveaways.com. There's also a WordPress plugin that you can use to host your own private giveaways called WP Venture. One of the fastest ways that I grew my list when I first started out in the business is I bought a giveaway script. It wasn't a WordPress plugin script. It was a full-fledged giveaway script that I bought, and it was not an easy task. But I set it up in a unique way, and it was very successful for about 3 months. And then, as things change, I didn't change with things, and things started to slow down. My product was called Full Moon. My giveaway called Full Moon Giveaway, and I had this concept that, and if you're familiar with giveaways, basically a giveaway typically starts on, they open the doors to joint venture partners for maybe 20 days before it's opened for everybody to join the joint giveaway. So let's say that from March 1st to March 20th, I would invite joint venture people to add their gift onto my website. And on March 21st, I would then open it up to the public so that I would have, maybe I would have 150 joint venture people where they would add their gift, and I would have my gifts on there. Then I would open it up to the public, and there would be 150 different free gifts that people could scan through and grab those free gifts. Well, at the end of maybe an additional 20 days, that giveaway would be done with. It's all over. So again, March 1st to March 20th, it's open for JVs to add gifts. March 20th to February 10th, anybody could download those gifts, and then it's like one and done. Well, my goal was every moon I would open up to the public, and I would open up to the public for somewhere between 5 and 8 days, and then I would close it down and open it up just for JVs. So every full moon, everyone would go to the full moon giveaway, and we would have roughly 12 full moon giveaways throughout the year. And I think I did this for about 6 months, and it just kind of got old hat, the shiny object syndrome. But I grew my list huge. My list went through the roof. The first month, I had well over people on my list, and then it probably went to 850, and then it probably ended up around whatever, 4,000 or 5,000 by the time I was done with the full moon giveaway concept. But it's a great way to grow your list. Now, this list I did this when I was first starting, and I didn't I still had that fear in me of sending out emails to those lists, so it kind of got stale and kind of got old, and it went by the wayside a little bit. But if you're looking to grow your list fast, this is an old hat method, but still works. You might not be able to get 500 new names in the first month, but you might get 100, might get 200. A giveaway is a group of contributors coming together and submitting their gifts and then driving traffic on your behalf. If you're just starting and have no money to spend on ads, getting a giveaway is a really good way to start, because you can add that first 10, 50, 100 subscribers to your list fairly quickly, as I just mentioned. The host of the giveaway is going to get the most subscribers, so that's what I realized. I started doing these, growing my list, and I'm like, hey, I want to grow my list a little faster, so I bought a script, and I became the owner of the giveaway. The first thing you want to do is jump in as a contributor and start off with. Then work toward hosting your own giveaway. That's exactly what I did. Solo ads. I've used a few solo ads in my life. I most recently used a solo ad system with Gina, the solo ad specialist, and it's a great way, again, to grow your list. Does it cost money? Yes, it costs a bit of money, but it's our business. You have to invest in your own business, right? And what's the percentage of money do you want to invest in your own business? Well, is it 80% of everything that you make in 2014, or is it going to be 20% of everything you make in 2014? Know your number. What you're getting. So what are you getting out of a solo ad? What you're getting is an ad that goes out to a subscriber list, and they transfer authority to you. So how do you find solo ads? Well, as I mentioned before, you can contact somebody like Gina. I also have a friend by the name of Davine, who also does these solo ads and has great list building techniques. And you can contact me so I can get you her information as well. Through Skype, online forums, Warrior forums, article directories, ClickBank Marketplace, Google and Yahoo searches, solo ad directories, solo ad directory. I'm not sure why I put that in there. The key to solo ads, the key to have profitable solo ads is your sales funnel. And in this room, we're going to talk about the word quite a bit, because that's exactly what the Power Lead system does. And one of the things I remember, I think I mentioned this a little while ago, Luann and I had a long conversation the other day, is that it's hard to explain what a funnel is and what a lead system is. But it's not too hard to explain what an auditor is. And basically what the Power Lead system provides you is a great autoresponder with tools to make your list far more responsive than if you used the average autoresponder out on the market today. So if you just used something like an Aweber, or you just use something like a GetResponse, your leads are not going to be as responsive. So if you're looking to build your list and to have a more responsive list, that's why I jumped in on the Power Lead system, and that's why you should jump in on the Power Lead system ASAP. So if you have expectations for the year 2014, and you're expecting yourself to do better than you did in 2013, use the tools that the Power Lead system has, because that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to build your list, and it's going to make that list far more responsive than if you were to use another autoresponder product out there. That's just a fact. And I like facts. What are the things that Power Lead system has to offer? Well, and what are the things you need to do to build your effective list? You need to have a squeeze page. Yeah, we got that, right? With a free offer. Yeah, we got that. We don't really have one-time offers yet, but I'm sure that it's something that we'll be working on, and special offers. A download page, very easy to create. Follow-up message. Yeah, we got that. Broadcast messages to your affiliates and product promotions. Yeah, you can totally do that. Webinars. Webinars. It's the next best thing to being there. I know I've mentioned this to you before. Not Comcast, Verizon. They used to have commercials out there all the time, encouraging people to pick up the phone and make a phone call because it's the next best thing to being there. Well, hey, guess what? It longer is the next best thing to being there. They can't do that anymore because webinars and webcasts really are, like we're having right now, is the next best thing to being there. Because I can actually bring people into this room and be on the platform and ask them questions and talk to them one-to-one or in a big group, 1 to 500. So webinars, they are the next best thing to being there. And we all kind of know what the flow is. If you don't know what the flow is, we'll get to that later. But basically, there's a squeeze page. There's an initial opt-in. The opt-in needs to be confirmed, and after the confirmation, a lot of times it goes to the special offer. I usually like to take the special offer and give you the special offer before your opt-in is confirmed. That's just the way I like to have things flow, but that's my personal opinion. If they say no to the special offer, you go to a thank you page and you get your free offer. And then the email follow-up series begins. And as I've shown something similar to this before, the email follow-up series begins. That's providing you use the Power Lead system. Because if you don't use the system, your email follow-up series that begins needs to be imported manually all the time. You need to manually create the email follow-up series so that it can begin. And that is extremely time-consuming. However, if you're a member of the Power Lead system, you can use one created for you. Yeah. Now that is sweet. That saves a lot of time. You can obviously also create your own if you want, but that's up to you. If they say yes to the special offer, they're sent to the thank you page with an form. Where does it end? Where do is end your product? That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, you're sent to the thank you page with the new product that they decided to purchase, that special offer. And I'm going to skip over this one. Solo ads. Thank you. Just imagine pressing a few buttons and instantly creating your very own branded cash-producing viral ebooks that you can sell or give away. We're going to talk about viral ebooks real soon. And I'm going to just to let you know that. Just put that in the back of your mind. Okay. What are the factors that involve solo ads? Well, there is pricing. Yeah, they can be expensive. Pricing will depend on several factors, including the size of the list, how many subscribers, the quality of the list, the guaranteed clicks. Who are you buying the ad from? Now, these that you don't need to know about. What you do need to know about are the people that are doing these things that can help you, like Gina. So if you're interested in solo ads, you want to get in touch with Gina because she is, in our little world, the queen of solo ads, right? Work with your budget, gradually grow it as your income increases. Work with your budget and gradually grow it as your income increases. It really depends, and this is something that it really depends on you, and it's called the investment portion. If you're earning, let's say that 100 opt-ins, you end up earning $100. You need to take a portion of that and reinvest it back into your business. What is that magic number for you? Well, if you're just starting out, you need to have a higher number and then bring it down a little bit. But maybe it's 20%, maybe it's 50%. That's up to you on how fast you want to grow your business. Do you want to grow your business and wait for the income, or do you need the income right away? Again, it's your decision. It's your business. Ad swap, swap promoting, what is that? An ad swap is very similar to an ad, except you don't have to pay for it. You pay for it by sending the list owner's offer to your current list. In return, they send an offer to their list of subscribers. Guys, I've done this a few times. I personally have not been extremely successful with this, but I know a lot of people have been successful with it, and it does work. So let's say that you're in an ad swap group, and let's say Luann tells me that she's got a list of 10,000 names, and I tell Luann I have a list of 5,000 names, but my list is very responsive, and she says, well, mine's not as responsive. and we decide that, well, regardless, you have 1,000 names, Luann, and I have 5,000, I will send out an email to my people twice for every one time you send out an email. And we see how that goes. Okay? And we do that swapping, and we're hoping that nobody in her list of 10,000 and nobody in the list of 5,000 are the same people, and they're all, and we each get maybe 200 or to 500 new names on our list. It's kind of cool. It's a great concept. I've done it a few times, as I mentioned. Personally, I have not been extremely successful with that. I've been more successful with giveaways. It's just my preference. Maybe it's my better, a little greater in that than it was with the ad swaps. And of course, there's also the guilt factor too. What if my list is not as responsive as this other person's list, and I get 500 names and they get 2? It kind of can get a little ugly, right? How do you find ad swaps? You can go to safe-swaps.com. And I wrote here already. Ad swaps, in my opinion, are becoming less effective, but they still work. The key to profiting from ad swaps is the same key to profiting with solo ads, which is your sales. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I can only deliver the message to you. The key to profiting from ad swaps is the same key to profiting with solo ads, which is your sales funnel. And that's exactly what effective list building is all about. And that is exactly what the Power Lead system is about. It's all about capturing that lead and then doing the right thing with that lead, which is the funnel. Funneling it to the right place, making sure that they get emails, making sure that you make that customer feel wanted list, right? Understanding what a sales funnel can be confusing, and that's where I don't want things to be broken. I don't want you to fall apart or for things to get break down there. I want you to understand the Power Lead system is really an auto response that helps you create a much more responsive list than if you were to go out and just use a traditional autoresponder like a company from Aweber or a GetResponse. Okay? And by the way, I'm going to be releasing my own autoresponder business very, very short on February 20th. So I'm bashing myself when I say this, when I tell you, listen, my autoresponder, it's going to be great, but if you really want to have a responsive list, you really want to stick with Power Lead System. Don't tell myself that I said that, because I don't want to put my own business down, right? Ad swaps are a great way to test your sales funnel before you start buying something like solo ads. Absolutely, because solo ads cost money and ad swaps don't. Ad swaps as a business. You put together a sales funnel, or you have it done already for you using the Power Lead system. If you're just joining us for the very first time, thanks for joining us. My name is Keith Carberry, by the way, and above me, above this slide presentation, you should see a banner ad and another button that says See How It Works. If you want the Power Lead system works, you want to click one of those buttons. They'll take you to the same place. And if you do click that and a video starts, just pause the video and come back to me. All right? You can do ad swaps every day. Every single day you can swap ads every single day. Test out your sales funnel every day until you're converting the maximum amount of visitors who land on your sales page. So you have to find out which is the best landing page, which is the best opt-in form should I use, and what's the best sales funnel process and creating emails, what's best for you. And then go out and buy the solo ads. And without a doubt, solo ads convert better, in my opinion, and there's no guilt factor, right? If you're swapping ads with somebody else, ads with Luann, and Luann, I get 10 conversions with Luann, and with my system, Luann gets 40 conversions. Hopefully, she's going to feel a little guilty, saying, "Sorry, Keith, I didn't do as well as you did for me. Nice knowing you," right? That problem. No money to start with giveaways, and then and giveaways are the bottom rung, and then move up to ad swaps, and then consider moving up to solo ads. That might be the process that you might want to take. Match click for click with an ad swap partner is very difficult to do, but if you can do this, it can be helpful to secure a good ad swap partner. That's exactly what I'm talking about, the guilt factor, trying to get this, trying to figure out what that magic number is for both. You can mention that you are willing to match only up to a certain number of clicks, since you know that your list usually produces, as far as clicks go per email, it is easy to do with this. So basically, yeah, you understand what I'm saying. I'm just going to move on a little bit more here. Here's an ad swap warning. Before you agree to completely to the ad swap, make it a point to check out the link and offer they are promoting to ensure it is of good quality. So if Luann decides to do business with, and Luann sends me a squeeze page on, I don't know, let's say it's on diabetes, and my whole list is on eating high carb food, well, it might be contradictory. It might not be a very good deal, right? And if you look at and if Luann's email or Luann's PDF that is generated or ebook is really poorly written from somebody in India, it's never been proofread, I'm going to lose my customer base because of the quality that I'm recommending. I want to recommend something good. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to make sure that you recommend something of high quality, because if you don't, you're going to lose your customers. Good credibility with your subscribers is more important than promoting a bad experience to them. That is one of the few times you need to say no to the list building opportunity. Sorry, it stinks. If you have a list of people or 1,000 people, you could start doing what is called click banking. It has nothing to do with clickbank.com. Don't think it does. Big marketers with a big list will give you a tracking link to use on all of your emails. You'll work hard to build up your traffic through that link and cash in on your clicks. Big marketers send you clicks. They send you as many as you have sent them. This isn't the greatest advice for product creators. If you're a product creator, you might want to just on paid methods and getting affiliates to promote your stuff. Things like ad swaps and click banking are the mother lode of free, fresh lead flow, however. I'm going to move on from the WSOs. But here are a couple places if you wanted to work on WSOs. WarriorPlus.com, JVZoo, DigiResults. Moving right along, guys, as I mentioned, I wanted to go a little bit forward because I want to talk about a few other things that are coming soon, and also the word expectations. Here's one, is bartering for leads. Bartering for leads is really a great way to generate the highest quality lead you can generate besides having your own product and having an affiliate program. You are not selling your own product. Here's how it works. Find a marketer who does product, who is bigger than you online. You offer to do something for their launch in exchange for leads. You are not asking for money, you're asking for leads. For example, do a bartering for leads deals with a top marketer, and for his bonuses on his actual sales page, you advertise your bonuses, and they're going to have to opt in for your bonuses. I'm going to give you an example of a method where this worked very well, not with me, but with Mike Phil, and I can't remember the other person's name, but I'll explain what they did. First week of having a list, having that list, you want to promote your highest converting offer. Create your bonus offer to the for the download page by using a. Okay, I'm good. I wanted to kind of finish up this because I'm looking at the time. It's already 11:43, and I really wanted to share with you a couple of little things that are important here. So let me go. You can see my face. Here I am. You should be able to see. Yes. Potato, I am recording this show. That's a good question. Absolutely recording this one. So if anybody's asking, wants to get a copy of this, I will have it up in space somewhere for you. You should see in the top right-hand side, as a matter of fact, in the room it says recording. Yes, thank you, Luann. In fact, you can promote our recordings as well by going to VirCast.com/classroom/replays, and your special number that you should receive from, what is it, track4u.com, something like that? All right, so here's a couple other things that I want to talk about because these are important things, and it's expectations. And one of the expectations I have for myself is to finish a couple things for this show. And one of them is to have a viral PDF system. I've got a fantastic viral product. I've got a fantastic about 5 or 6 great ebooks that are viral PDF ebooks. And I'm just not quite finished with a few things. So I'm going to make sure that I can give you free access to what's called theviralspiral.com. And that will be available sometime in January, called theviralspiral.com. So one of the things you'll be able to do is take my really well put together ebooks and put your name to them, put your link to them. And the link that you want to put to them is a link to this room, a link to maybe a couple other links to your PLS system, the Viral Spiral. So that's coming very soon. In addition to that, one of the things that we really want to do with this room going forward in 2014 is we want it more viral than we've made it. We want to encourage you to go out there and promote as much as possible this room. We're going to have what I would call, we'll have 2 things. One's called a super tell-a-friend script, so that if you log into this page, there'll be a button that'll say invite your friends. And if you have a list on Gmail, you have a list on AOL, you have a list of people on Yahoo, or a list of people on, what am I trying to say, Microsoft Outlook. You can also import names of people, and you can click a button, and automatically your friends will be invited to this room every single day whenever you want to invite them. It's really a super tell-a-friend script, and if you get a certain number of people to come to this room over the week, then you will for doing that. We're all about giving gifts, so the more you encourage people to come to this room, the more money you're going to make because you're going to get a gift from us. In addition to that, there's a very good chance that they're going to purchase the Power Lead system through you. In addition to that, we are going contests going forward in 2014. We're going to have a bunch of different types of contests. These are viral contests that are tied into the webcast. So you will have a choice of whether you want to promote this webcast using your Power affiliate link, or if you want to promote this webcast using our special viral webcast URL. And if you use our special viral webcast URL, you'll go into what's called the contest bucket. And on that particular day, this viral contest, you have a good chance of winning that contest. And it might be an iPad. So just for inviting people to this room, you might win an iPad. So there's a whole bunch of different things that we're going to be working on over the next couple of weeks to encourage you all these different ways of growing this room, and that's just a couple of them. So hopefully, in 2014, this room is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger the more you invite people, and we're going to do everything we possibly can to encourage you to do that. And I'm pretty about it. I've got some new things coming that you're going to absolutely love. Hello, Tom. Welcome. Hello, Matthew. Welcome. You've come in a little late, but I do want to let you know that this room is being recorded. So this webcast was recorded, and we did an extensive case on list building. And I'm just going to give you the link where you can go to see this later on today. If you go to that URL, you'll be able to see, and your number is your special number, so you can actually promote that. So if you get rid of the word your number, you can go to that room to see it. Welcome back, Luann. I see that you left and you've come back. Problem with video or anything like that? Just out of curiosity. Or did you just decide to leave and come back? I'm having a funny feeling. I have a feeling that Luann might not be able to see me. Let's do this. I'm just going to type a message to Luann. And this goes for everybody. Double click on my avatar. Tom Miles, I'm glad, Tom. I'm just getting a funny feeling because Luann left and came back. I know she's having problems. If you double click on my avatar, it'll create a floating window. Once you create that new window, exit out of it. So I'm going to ask Luann again. Can you see me, Luann? I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to write it again. Yeah. All right. It's 11:50 already, and I'm gonna close out, guys. But I'm real excited about some of the great features that we have, some great list building tools that we have. We've got part 2 of our effective list building happening on Keith. Your links at the top. I get a 404 forbidden. That's really strange. I don't know why that would be. I'm not sure if you're using. Maybe you have a special. Matthew, maybe you have a special security on yours for some reason. I've never had that. First person that's ever mentioned that to me. What browser are you using? Are you using Firefox, Google, or IE? That might be different. I'm not sure. But now it works. Chrome. Okay. Well, I'm glad we fixed it somehow. I will not be here tomorrow, but I will be here on Friday. And on Friday will be part 2 of this effective list building. Hopefully you enjoyed today's show. Those of you who came in late and missed most of today's show, again, you'll be able to see it in the replay page. All right? All right, Mike, we'll look into that. Thank you. All right, guys, have a great day. We will see you later. I'll be talking to Luann and see what she has to say. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.